One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. We are back. Episode 223, I believe.
Yep.
What's a podcast? We are back. Episode 223. DJ Jerome back the third. I am here. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag Streetwear Eddie.
What's up, fellas?
And Don't Charge Abdul.
We're back, baby. We're back.
Do remember you can check out What's a Podcast everywhere you hear your Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, as well as YouTube.com where we /podcast, where we have picked up yet another subscriber.
Oh shit!
We're almost,
baby.
We're almost at 12,000. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe, please. You'll be 12,900 if you subscribe right now. So
here we go.
Please feel free to hit
as many people as we have in our Patreon too.
Yeah. Oh, listen, you don't even know about the Patreon. So go ahead. Patreon will be in the link in the description on YouTube as well, so you can knock both of those out. Make sure you follow.
Go ahead and subscribe, dog.
Yeah, shout out to we had a really, really, really interesting YouTube comment. We want to highlight that this week.
Yeah. Let's point that out and see what everybody else has to say.
Yeah, just because we are in the business of keeping it real, right? We're not here to
and in the business of learning.
And in the business of learning. I love the way you said that. It's the business of learning. So we're definitely fair fighters over here, right? So we had a comment.
Should we say the name or does it matter? Yeah, we can say the name.
So the name is the editor.
Oh,
the editor, like the editor 3490. Okay.
I thought it was Streetwear Eddie.
So he was editing our.
It could be a Streetwear Eddie Finsta. You never know. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of quiet last episode, so you never know.
His name is Editor, and he was editing our shit.
There you go. So he said removed the apostrophe. I don't know if he meant like remove it or removed it. He says the algo doesn't consider special characters for tags and search ranks. Add description and keywords, and this is where it got a little dicey. Okay, people at home, got a little dicey.
It's a little spicy.
He said, you have 1,000 shoes and figurines, but yet to understand the basics of YouTube in 2023.
Well, what does shoes and figurines have to do with YouTube?
Listen. We're not here to decide. We're just reading the comments. We're reading the comments, right?
We're here to learn.
I love it.
We're here to hear.
He's not wrong.
Editor 94. Thank you so much.
I know you're gonna delete this comment. Might at least take the honest tip that I gave and use it. To which I reply. I said, no need to delete it. Free game is always appreciated. As I tell my child, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So then I turn around and say, take the honest tip that I gave and use it. You know what I mean? So
you flipped it on him a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the editor, 34.
So wait, what was he
90?
saying? What did we do? We did something.
He was saying like the apostrophe on What's a Podcast, probably.
That's the only apostrophe that I can think of, but you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's the name of our podcast.
Right.
But
so
you took the apostrophe off, it would still say What's-a.
Algo doesn't consider special characters for tags and search ranks. Add description keywords. You know what? I will make sure that moving forward, we will always have a write-up, description.
And we should take out the apostrophe, I think is what he's saying.
Yeah,
but that's the name of our podcast, so that's going to be there. It would
still be What's-a.
Yeah, so maybe we just take it out on YouTube. So
let's just leave it there.
Oh, okay.
So
there goes your advice out the window.
No. I'm gonna the description will be there before I go to bed every night. I'll make sure that I send Tom a description, and the keywords I might have to do after the fact. I don't know if Tom can do that when he uploads it, but the keywords take 5 minutes.
Right.
I did it last time.
What's that like?
So like searchables. So like when you search, if you search, Washington DC podcast, and we've highlighted those keywords for the podcast, we would pop up. Or if we were like ALD 550. You know what I'm saying? And to say we talked about it. Which we actually are going to speak about ALD later this episode because they caught some smoke.
Oh shit, really?
ALD
didn't Teddy Santis caught some smoke?
Well, just the whole brand and him caught some smoke.
I thought he caught a lot of smoke for being like, what was it like? Well, we'll get to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do it.
So we are back here. Episode 223, Hidden Dreams is the name of the podcast. This episode, and we had a great since the last podcast. It's been tremendous. The weather has just gone crazy. We had rain. I think we were experiencing storms.
Your last night was a little bit scary because it kind of came out of nowhere.
I DJ'd for like 14 people last night and didn't even know it was raining. I just was like, why is it so slow tonight? I was like,
it was storming. When I'm talking about, I had the TV up loud. And I could hear the rain banging outside.
Same.
So, you know, obviously it's the rain, but then like the daytime was beautiful. And the daytime today was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It got a little hot, but the sunsets are amazing. The sunrise, a little nippy outside. Pause. And
you been catching the sunrises lately?
Listen.
Off the coming home or getting up?
The kid is like, she's focused. You know what I'm saying? So like,
it's also the sun is rising later and later. So the sun rises now at like 6:40.
Yeah. So all right. So one thing before we get into it, I did love that tonight we had parent teacher conference. And one of the teachers did not address, she did not say your children. She did not say your students. She called them scholars. Oh. She was like, you're a scholar of this, you're a scholar of that. And I was like, oh, I like that. I'm taking that. I liked it. It was real good. Real like positive. Real God body. So I appreciate that.
Scholar. Know? She's going to be at what's the university in England where they come out and they wrote
Oxford.
She's going to be Oxford bound.
Yeah. Yes, the weekend was tremendous.
Great weekend.
I shot down in Miami.
That's right.
Saturday night. That was tremendous.
You got down there Saturday night?
I got down there Saturday afternoon. Early flight though, 8 a.m. flight. I'm in Miami by 11.
I love that. You get
the whole day. I knew it was going to be a move because the flights were cheap and the rooms were cheap. So I was like, bet this is going to be an easy move. The hotel's not going to front and be like, oh, we can't check you until 4 o'clock. No, sir.
Right.
I was in that room by 12. Right. Wow. Perfect. Yeah. I said, yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for a quick 2-mile walk. Now it's hot. It's burning.
Are you wearing jeans or you put on shorts?
No, I put shorts on. Jeans is crazy. Jeans is crazy. So, I'm on South Beach, right? Like I'm on South Beach. Like, so I walk past Soho House, I walk past Nobu Hotel, all that, right? I'm at like 36th Street, so I'm up.
Yeah.
Right. I walk.
You always stay like right around there, don't you?
Yeah. Because so then I'm up. I go up about a mile. I turn around a mile. Cool. Knock out 2 miles. Grab something to eat and get in a hotel.
What kind of food did you have?
I had a salad actually. I tried to eat. You know what I'm saying? I've been focused.
All right.
Get in the room, take a shower, and as soon as I get out the shower, it just starts pouring raining. I said, "Oh, this is perfect." I absolutely put that AC on 65 and took a 4-hour nap. Game over.
Wow.
Game over.
Focused.
Woke up in a whole different disorientation. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. Ready for the night.
Ready for the night. It was beautiful. Ended up DJing. I was DJing at Soho House that night. So
nice. Saturday night,
9 to 1. You know what I'm saying? Soho House been having some slow situations. You know what I mean? So I came through gangbuster. Mitch Mathis in the building. You know what I'm saying?
What's up with young Mitch?
Sheck in there as well. You know what I'm saying? It was a Duce congratulations party. Sheck's now like the Duce ambassador.
Oh wow!
In Miami. So you know what I'm saying? They came through. And it was beautiful. It was an amazing party.
And you went in the back, like close to the beach.
They can't do that. They can't do that no more.
Oh, so it was inside.
It was inside. They got a massive noise complaint from the hotel that's next door to them.
That's so weird.
Bullshit.
So where first it started happening. It happened last year, right?
But like not even like till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. They outside.
If they want to throw a party after 9, they have to rock in this little library.
Wow.
Oh, I know the library.
But the library
floors up, like 2-3 floors up.
It's like 2 floors up. Yeah. But the library is peace because it's connected to the restaurant outside.
That's correct.
So
it has indoor and outdoor.
Outdoor.
Yep.
Right.
I went to watch a movie in there once.
Bodied it. It's a nice little space. Bodied that joint. 9 to 1.
Bar though. Where's the bar?
They set
it up.
No, they set up a little satellite inside.
Got it. Okay.
Folks was going crazy.
That's why they're not making no money because they got a little satellite bar. You got to go in.
Well, yeah, and they just gotta figure they have better DJs. They cut back on the pace. It was slow. I said, yo, who's in charge of Soho House here? I said, yo, let's talk. No. I was like, who in the Miami joint though?
Yeah,
I was like, who's in here? Let's talk. So then what happened was I still gotta sort that invoice too.
Did you meet her? That's Dizza from Andrews.
No. She wasn't there. It was another person. Rocked out, absolutely crushed it. Everybody's like, yo, let's go to Gala. Jared was playing at Gala. Gala is the old Mokai, if you guys used to go back in the day.
No.
So like
I don't know what that is.
Like 23rd and Collins. You know what I'm saying? You guys know where it is because there's like a CVS on the corner.
I know exactly where it is.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys know exactly where it is. So we're in there, bananas. I
think the Kith is actually around there too.
I think it is too. I think it is too. So Eddie, you'll kind of, and Abdul, you might know, but you know how like when you're at a club, the clubs have like these rooms where the workers prepare like all the bottle service stuff.
Yeah.
So this particular club has a bar inside that room.
Yeah, service bar.
Yeah. Inside the room where the girls. This is the first time I had ever.
Yeah, because if the girls need to bring out like mixed drinks to the table, they make them there. Put them.
But what I'm saying is it's open to the public.
Oh, wow.
So the public could just walk in this door while the girls are getting the bottle presentations ready and order.
Drink.
Let me get 4 shots of tequila real quick.
Didn't what's the club you used to play at right by Park? What's Opera? They had a little bar in that little cuddy in the back behind the DJ.
Did they? Okay.
Like a little small one, I think. But it wasn't open to the public, I don't think.
Oh no, this was open to the public. This was crazy. So Gala was a great time. I think we was in there till 4.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It's all hip hop or it's like Miami music?
No, it's all hip hop.
Nice.
So, but you gotta play stuff fast. You gotta you just gotta do how you do. It was a great time. I was right back on the 8 a.m. back to DC.
Oh, you were literally there for not even one night. Less than 24 hours.
I don't even know if I didn't even get a solid promoter meal. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even get it just was like, but it was
not go out. You didn't go out to eat.
No, it was just like a good time. You know what I'm saying? And then like was right back DC, worked. Did I DJ Sunday? I don't even remember.
Oh, at the shop.
The shop. Yeah, it was right back. Yeah. It was good. It was good. Thursday. Everything was good. Oh, Thursday was in Virginia Beach. Completely forgot about that.
Big Commonwealth joint, huh?
So like it was so hot that we were at points on the train, we were going 20 miles an hour.
Wait, you took the train down to Virginia Beach?
Yeah, you take the train. Yeah.
What was that like?
It's amazing. It's $38 round trip.
Wait, why have we never taken the train before?
Because
$38 round trip is better than.
I'm trying to drive though.
Nah.
Why?
Because once you get down there, you got no wheels.
And bro,
the train's not dropping you off everywhere.
You take a
look. This is what we did. You actually take the train to Norfolk, right? Like downtown Norfolk, and then you just catch an Uber to the beach. But then again, when you're in Virginia Beach, you don't really need a wheel. You don't need to do a whole lot.
Once you're at the beach, that's it.
Yeah, on the beach, you good.
That's what I'm saying. Since we're saying on the beach, we're good, right? So,
how much is that Uber from Norfolk to the beach?
Like $24, but like it's not bad at all because you only spent $38.
Right,
getting there. You didn't put your car at risk.
19. Really, that's 19 one way.
I'm just saying 38 because you do a round trip, right? But nevertheless, you're on the beach. You're chilling.
Hold on, it's 38 round trip?
Yes.
Oh, wow,
that's crazy. That's worth it.
Yeah. Nah.
How long does it take? Same as driving?
Yes. If you're not going through a heat wave on the East Coast, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so they had to go slow because the rails were expanding or
we were going 20 miles an hour at some points.
Oh, fuck that.
That's annoying.
That's why you don't take the train.
but
you could be stuck in traffic and have to go 3 miles an hour.
Or your car could overheat. You know what I'm saying? So here's my thing. That morning I said, okay, we got a 12 p.m. train.
Who you went with?
Mitch and Matthias, right? I did 7 mile hike. I am just going crazy. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna go crazy right now because as soon as I get on that train,
I'm passing out.
Did not happen.
Oh no, it absolutely happened. I didn't see. I didn't wake up till Newport News.
You didn't know you were going 20 miles an hour.
Nah, I'm just like, yo, why we not here yet? You know what I'm saying? They're like, Rome, you can sleep. I said, absolutely, bro. I'm hurt. You know what I mean? But rest and recovered. Good party, not great party. The week.
Hey, keep it real.
The week after any holiday is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we went to Love Song, which is the spot to eat down there, and then. Because we got to the room at 7:15, we think we got time to take a nap. We like, by the time we shower and get ready, it's our 8:30 reservation. Yeah, 8:30 reservation. Then it's 10. Well, I told her, I said, yo, we're gonna end up at 7-Eleven at 3:00 in the morning.
Right,
and that's exactly what happened.
What'd you get for 7-Eleven? Glizzies?
Yes.
I knew it.
Spicy beef patty.
Nah. Matthias got the big cheeseburger bite.
Oh, that's nasty. That's gross. That's nasty work, Matthias.
Mitch was in a different world. Like he let them. Was he drinking Trulies or something? But he was just in a whole different world, bro. I never seen Mitch that hurt before.
Wow.
He was hurt. So Mitch was talking crazy to people. Mitch had a couple glizzies. I'm more of an accessory person. So I'm like, let me get this bag of chips, 2 donuts, a water, a Gatorade. Hey, them Dunkin' Donuts glazed. I mean, them 7-Eleven glazed donuts are fire. Side note: Tom brought in those donuts from the Donut Run yesterday. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, y'all had them yet?
No, I don't even know what Donut Run is.
Donut Run's a vegan spot up in Tacoma Park.
You lost me.
Oh shit! I went to Cloudy Donuts. I'll get to that.
Yeah, I was. But if you look up Donut Run on Instagram, it's like all these tattooed up ex-hardcore punk rock kids who are like vegans, and
most of those hardcore kids are vegan.
And they make, but the donuts are. Look at they sell out every day at like noon, and they open at like 7 in the morning. Line, it's crazy.
What's it called? Donut Run.
Donut Run.
Tacoma Park, you said?
Yeah. Tacoma Park, whatever. It's the one that's in DC. I never know the difference.
Run DC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, those donuts are amazing. And so, like I said, it's 3 in the morning. We're at 7-Eleven. This is it's not the highlight of the night, but it's one of them. You know what I mean? And we ended up waking up, grabbing something to eat, and then right back on the train. Still hit us with the 20 miles an hour thing.
On the way back, too?
On the way back, yeah. And on the way back, they telling you, like, yo, the dude was like, yo, the ride down is sweet, but the ride back is not. We're like, why you say that? He like, somebody gonna want to sit next to you. I was like, nah, ain't nobody sitting next to me, bro. They was like, it don't matter. You put anything in your seats, all that. Like, it's a Friday. People are going from Virginia Beach to DC. Like, the big city. Somebody gonna try to sit next to you. You know what I mean? And sure enough,
damn if they didn't.
18 white kids get on at Richmond. I'm like, oh, this is not the move.
That's when you got fake, like you sleep with your bag on the other seat.
Why wasn't Mitch or Matthias sitting next to you? Or you?
No. Everybody had their own little.
Oh, I got you.
Because like Matthias was still working part of the trip, you know what I'm saying? He got 9 to 5 and he's responsible, and Mitch slept the whole time. Mitch was hurt.
Like, Mitch didn't give a fuck who was sitting next to him.
He didn't care who was next to him. He didn't even know if anybody was next to him. He was like, Rome, text me when we got
That's how he was the same way you were on the way down. He was on the way back up.
I was comatose and it felt great. You know what I mean? And then
I can't sleep good sitting up like that.
All right.
I can't.
Listen. I slept on a train and a plane. The flight down to Miami, I saw none of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was beautiful, man. Great weekend. I think this weekend coming up might be even iller. I think the next 3 weekends are gonna be.
What you got going on this weekend? Can
stellar.
we talk about it?
Yeah, Saturday. So Friday I'm playing at Royal Sands for the first time.
It sounds like a casino. Where's that?
It's across the street from the baseball stadium. It actually looks into the baseball stadium.
Interesting.
In like that little like bullpen type area.
Yeah, it's all over there. Yeah, right next to like Chicken and Whiskey, all out over there.
Okay, I didn't even know there's. Okay.
There's a bunch of spots over there. Then you got Saturday the Saturday in DC is gonna probably break a record for people in the streets.
What's going on?
You got 8th Street Festival.
Okay.
You got Hampton Howard game.
Mm-hmm.
You got
grilled cheese social.
Grilled cheese social.
Cooks and good looks. That's where I'm gonna be.
All I'm saying is you just messed up your whole vibe, bro. You was good.
Yeah,
now
you just got mad fuzzy on the mic.
I was adjusting the mic. My fault.
You got to keep adjusting though, because it's still fuzzy.
It's still, really? Yeah.
Oh,
right there.
Right there.
How about now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. And there's one other thing.
Where'd you say you're gonna go? Beauty
cooks and good looks. It's a West Indian cooler fet.
What's a cooler fet?
Every year, a cooler fet is basically everybody comes with their own drinks to
BYOB
to a big open field area, and we have a whole bunch of DJs playing Hazard, Majestic. We got Renaissance sound system coming up, Jazzy T coming up from Miami, who's a big Jamaican sound system. And you buy a ticket and it's free food, and we provide ice and chasers, and so
free ice, free chasers, free food,
and you bring your own liquor and party.
What's the damage on that?
I don't even know, but we're gonna be selling our hot sauces there. 2 Island Boys, so I'm gonna be there for pretty much most of the day. Fire. It's gonna be an all day event.
Yeah, there's something else going on. There's Hampton Howard. There's grilled cheese. There's H Street Festival, and there's something else that I can't think of. But people gonna be outside, so it's gonna be a real busy day. Be safe if you're outside in DC on Saturday. I believe Abdul is going to now.
Abdul had a hell of a weekend.
Update us on his
on
his trip to Portland.
Man, what an amazing last minute trip! To be honest, bro.
Was that last minute?
Kinda last minute. I went to Portland with Clark. He was playing on Nike's campus for their Maxim Awards. And Maxim Awards are sort of like a internal Nike award that they give out to employees.
Well, that's dope.
If you remember last year, Drake hosted it. Travis Scott performed at it. And this year it was Hassan Minaj was the host, and Tiana Taylor performed. She closed out the show. So that was happening on Thursday. We flew out on Wednesday. I got there Wednesday morning. He got there around Wednesday morning as well. Checked into the hotel and we went right to campus, man. He had to be fitted for pretty much. We went to a gifting suite where he got to pick out whatever the fuck he wanted. And like every fire sneaker you could think of for the last year, they had that shit sitting in there.
Yeah, like shit that you can't get sold out. They got it.
Like the Brooklyn Virgil Air Forces, the MCA Air Forces, Cortez Air Max 95s, dunks and all that shit. They had everything in there. You just said what size you wanted, and boom.
How about you?
Listen, I tried anything and everything I could to get my hands on it.
They weren't fucking with it?
Nah, I mean, who the fuck am I? It was
doesn't matter. Unofficial, official.
No, it does matter actually, because they have that there for the talent, so to speak, and talent being, celebrities that they have coming through and stuff like that. So that unfortunately it did matter. I've been in some of those gifting suites in past years when I've gone to All-Star Weekend and other places with Clark, and I've been able to finagle my way in and get like.
And they have all the size, like full size runs right there. Like you need a 12, boom, here you go.
They don't, and they do, and they don't. If they don't have your size, like for example, Clark was like, "Yo, I want." He got the blue MCA Virgil Air Forces. He got them in his size. And then he was like, "Yo, I want the green ones." They were like, "We don't have your size, but hold on. Let's see if LA has them." Boom. They were like, "LA has them. They'll be at your hotel by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning." Sure enough, they were at this hotel by 9 a.m. next morning. So, Terror Squad Air Forces, West Indies Air Forces. I mean, Clark left with like 8 pairs of sneakers. I ended up leaving with a pair of Vomeros because they were like, unfortunately, this is all we have in your size.
Yeah.
I was like, let me get some Cortez Air Maxes. They didn't have my size there. They were like, let's check LA. And then I was like, let me get the green Brooklyn Air Forces. They were like, yo, we don't have your size. And they could be lying or they could not be. Either way, they were like, we got a pair of Vomeros and some other Air Force. They were like, which one do you want? And I was like, I'll take the Vomeros. Have you guys ever put on some Vomeros?
I heard they're mad comfortable.
Heard they're like that.
Nah, listen.
I heard
Vomeros, the
they're
Vomero
like
5 especially, is the truth. I'll be honest. We're all very big on New Balances when it comes to comfort. For me, the 990, because of how it's just a little bit more sturdy of a shoe. My foot sits in properly and they're extremely comfortable. The Vomero 5 is, I would say, better than the 990.
More comfortable
any
than
of the 1300 and 1500 New Balance.
Wow.
Yeah.
More comfortable than the Asics? Kayanos?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because the
They are
Kayanos
more comfortable. They are way more comfortable than the Asics to me and to my feet.
Damn.
Yeah. I've been wearing them every day since I got them because
what color you got?
I got it's just like a regular white joints. Let me see, they're right here.
Dad shoe. Yep. You would never buy those.
What'd you say?
It's always crazy. Like a shoe you would never buy, you end up wearing it the most. Like
that's the Vomero.
Yeah, it's a Vomero 5.
Okay.
It's just a whack colorway.
Yeah, but comfort wise, it's official.
Yeah.
I wore it the next day on the flight home, and man, I'm looking for other colors now. That's gonna be my shoe. Like I'm fucking with the Vomero.
They sell out on sneakers too quick though.
Yeah, they sell out pretty quick. I get it now. I get it why.
Okay.
But so the next day we went back on campus. Oh, so that Wednesday night, Clark got to when he came to Portland. He's like, "Yo, Uncle Murder was sitting next to me on the flight up here. Apparently 50 Cent has a show in Washington State, which is like 30 minutes from Portland."
Yeah.
He's like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Hell yeah, free show, let's go." So we go out there, watch Busta Rhymes perform. He opened up. Busta and Spliff Star bodied it, of course. Always. I mean, immaculate performances, always. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then 50 Cent came on with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder.
AKA Houdini.
And AKA Houdini. You heard about that? Or did you see it on my story?
I saw it on your story, but it was all over the internet too. I
don't know how he's doing it, but it's a very good distraction act because
Houdini
50's show itself is it's no Busta Rhymes. I'll put it like that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Way different energy.
It's different energy. It's his song selection. I mean, 50 has so many bangers, but he chooses some of the strangest songs to play at a show, like crazy B-sides or C and D sides, if there was such a thing, you know. Yeah, so I get, you know, it's a lot of fireworks and it's a huge display and there's girls dancing and all kinds of stuff, and then he does the magic trick with the shirts that come off his body, like just like that. You know, so that's it's interesting show. So after that we went to the back of that area and the artist area, whatever it's called, and you know, Clark of course has a strong relationship with Busta and DJ Scratch, who's Busta's DJ, and 50's DJ Chubby Chub and 50 Cent and Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder and all of them. And so yeah, we hung out there for a while, and then, you know, we made our way back to Portland. It was already, you know, about midnight already, which is like 3 a.m. our time. So yeah, passed out and Next day, woke up, we made it back on campus, and this was the big day of the awards. So there's mad activities going. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Actually, I FaceTimed you guys. I went to the employee store Wednesday afternoon.
Yep.
And Ray Allen he's out there killing it, like buying anything and everything, right? So him and Clark have a relationship, and so we were talking to him for a while. And then the next day, I'll go back on campus, and Ray Allen is back there, and they had like a street jam set up in one of the parking garages on Nike's campus. It was sort of set up like a park jam in New York City in the early 90s and 80s and things like that, right? They had a DJ playing, they had like graffiti and stuff. Then they had an exhibit of a whole bunch of sneakers that have come out and whatnot. And so Ray Allen was there. Lethal Shooter, who's from this area as well. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's nasty, really good dude. He was out there. And then we made it. Clark had to DJ this thing called the Fan Fest, which takes place on the Ronaldo field. And so we went back to that area and hung out, and we basically the pass I had gets me in everywhere, dog. So I go into one of the like artist or talent areas to go get some food and something to drink, and fucking Sha'Carri Richardson is in there.
Oh damn,
like chilling. You know what I'm saying? Who she's mad little, by the way, dog. Sha'Carri Richardson has to be maybe 5'2".
Yep.
On a good day. But
that's with it.
You can tell. I mean, she's diesel, ripped. She had on the Virgil Brooklyn, the green Air Force Ones on. So she was in there. Fucking Carl Lewis was in there. Remember Carl Lewis, 1984 USA Olympics, 9.99 100-meter dash.
Yeah.
Carl Lewis was in there, dog. And who else did I see? Man, a whole bunch of people, dog. A whole bunch of people. I saw Jason Sudeikis from most recently from what's the show that comes on Apple Plus, where he's a soccer coach. AFC Richmond. Oh my God.
I know the show.
I have no idea.
Everybody who's listening to this podcast right now knows what show I'm talking about. The name just escapes me. So he was in there. Yeah, man. So we had a good time, and I saw a whole bunch of friends of mine.
Ted Lasso.
Yep.
Yes. So also Wednesday evening, we went to the Nike DNA, the archive of Nike, which is not on campus, just a little bit off campus. My man Robbie Digital runs that. So Clark and I went over there. And dog, I mean, what an impressive facility, man. First of all, it's a huge fucking warehouse, cataloged, and everything is broken down into different areas. They have that, not everything, but they try to have every piece of Nike clothing and sneakers that have ever come out from the 1970s.
They have it.
No, maybe it's not fully complete, but it's damn near complete. You know what I'm saying? Like obscure things that came out that we never even saw. The Kobe collection is crazy. They have a room for just like collabs and high energy products that came out from the first collab to, whatever, to the most recent stuff. So Clark's 112 collaboration was in there, and they wanted him to sign some of the Air Maxes and sneakers that he did. So, man, I mean, that was one of my favorite things I saw during this trip, man, because all three of us are sneaker dudes, right? So for us to see some of that stuff is
like the Nike.
Yeah, it's like a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah,
you can't take any pictures or anything like that.
It's all displayed though.
It's all displayed, and my man Robbie, who's now running that, is great at telling the stories behind each of the products that are in there. And it's he's very knowledgeable for a young dude, especially. He's got to be in his early 30s, so still young. or maybe he might still be in his late 20s. I don't know. But either way, his knowledge base is very impressive, especially for his age. So yeah, we did that, and then after that, we went to the 50 Cent show, and then next day on campus, saw a whole bunch of friends, and we just kicked it, man. Then we went to the award show, which is actually inside of the Tiger Woods Center. They have an arena in there, a small little arena. So majority of the employees are not actually allowed in there because there's no space, but they have like a lot of celebrities that are visiting and Nike athletes in there. And then, we were fortunate enough. Well, I was fortunate enough to be in there with Clark and sat down and watched the whole show. Hassan Minaj was hilarious. And then, Sha'Carri Richardson and all these people that I named who were celebrities, they all came and presented an award for a different category.
That's dope.
Yeah, no, it was dope. And then, man, met Tinker Hatfield. I got a chance to flick it up with Tinker Hatfield.
That's it.
Which was like, what I'm saying, a dream come true, so to speak.
You didn't have him sign any. You weren't wearing Jordans.
I wasn't. I was wearing Scars Air Forces. Yeah. I don't know how he feels about signing stuff, to be honest.
There's only one way to find out.
You
know what I'm saying?
But that's Clark's man. Like he found out Clark was on campus the day before and hit him up and was like, yo, I've left something for you with my assistant. Just when you're on campus, come pick it up. Fucking pair of Oregon Dunks. Crazy.
Oregon Dunks?
University of Oregon.
Wow.
Yeah. Player exclusives. Yeah, man. A lot of shit. So, yeah, overall, a very great trip. And then flew back home Friday morning and got back and chilled out. Saturday, went to the vice president's house for the hip hop 50th anniversary party, which, full disclosure, I did not know I was going to be invited to. I was a little bit nervous because Wednesday came around, my invitation had not gotten a confirmation yet. So my wife got invited to it, and she was like, yo, I'm going to try to get you on as well. Because you had an opportunity in, I guess, the RSVP to add like a guest's name. And she's like, I don't know if it'll happen. My invite is good. All right. Yeah. I don't know if your shit will be.
Yeah. No problem.
Then Friday, like around 6 p.m. or something, I got my confirmation and I was like, oh, it's on. So I went and saw our guy. Freddie went and got a cut real quick.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear, but I'm probably not gonna wear a hat.
Not gonna wear a hat, yeah.
Man, what
did you have to get suited up or no?
You didn't have to. The invite had said casual or something like that. Casual, smart, one of those words.
Smart casual.
Something like smart casual, I think is what it said. Mm-hmm. And I don't really know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
I just wasn't gonna risk it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was my first time
going to a place like that, and last thing I would ever want is to get there and get turned around for some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, so and I was going to the vice president's house, though. I was like, I ended up wearing a suit with a t-shirt underneath.
Yeah.
I didn't even wear sneakers. I wore some Clarks. Which, I could wear worse things. The Clarks are mad comfortable, so they're sort of like sneakers.
Yeah.
But it was early in the morning. The party was from 11 to 2:30, and
that's not hip hop.
Nah, that's not hip hop. But you know what's so fun? I mean, I'll tell you why it ended up being a blessing in disguise. Because right at 2:30, as Lil Wayne was wrapping up, it started thundering, and man, it came down right at 2:30.
The whole party.
Yeah, but it was hot as shit during the early hours when we were there. But walked into that joint, suited and booted, and got in there. First person I see Cousin B. He's in that joint. Cousin B, of course, a critical part of NPR's Tiny Desk, the producer and all that stuff of that program. He was in there. Yeah, man, saw a lot of family in there. Dre the Mayor was in there. Sean Towson, Vinoda was in there. Yeah, a lot of people, man. So yeah, we had a great time. They had a open bar and fantastic food arrangements. Then they had a whole bunch of performances. Backyard band played in there.
Okay.
And then Common came on.
That's weird.
Well, it's DC, so I get it.
Yeah.
And you can make the argument that go-go is a derivative of hip hop for this, especially for this region. So I get it. It makes sense. We made our way into the VIP tent, which I know we weren't supposed to be in there. And
I mean, just going to the vice president's house is like the VIP tent.
You're right. You're right.
Like another one. There's like
they had another tent which was for I guess
higher
talent and stuff like that. And Fat Joe was in there, Jeezy was in there, Common was in there, Wale was in there, Karen Civil was in there, and a whole bunch of other people.
The mayor.
No, you know what? I didn't even see the mayor at this event, actually.
I thought he was in town with Joe.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, she wasn't there.
No, I'm talking about the mayor, the sneakerhead, the mayor.
Oh, no, he wasn't there. Happy belated to mayor, though. I thought you were talking about Muriel Bowser, the DC mayor. Nah. The only mayor in the building at the vice president's house was Dre the mayor. Okay. He was there. Yeah, man. So a lot of performances. The vice president came on and she gave a really great speech about her experience with hip hop. And she was talking about when she was young, and she's like, yo, my friend Stacy used to come and pick me up in her dad's Cadillac Coupe de Ville, and we used to drive around the bay banging Too Short. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, matter of fact, Stacy, raise your hand up. Stacy was right there in the crowd. And of course, Too Short was in the building. Too Short came on and performed as well. And I will say this, that one thing I did like about it was, the artists that were on stage, they did not really tone anything down. Like nothing was like the clean version.
Lil Wayne was Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne was Lil Wayne. Everybody who came on said, if there was a B word or even the N word in their rhymes, they let it fly. Just, this is how it is. This is reality. So it's hip hop. So that happened. Who else performed? Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh.
Damn.
Yeah, Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh.
Anybody new?
Nobody knew. Oh no, there was some kid. Oh man, I forget his name.
Fat Joe didn't perform?
Fat Joe did perform. Fat Joe went up there. Fat Joe and Remy Ma went up there.
All the way up.
No
shirt on?
Huh?
No shirt?
Nah, he had a shirt on. Yeah, man. Wale went up and performed. Yeah.
Shy Glizzy?
No Shy Glizzy.
He wasn't in the building.
He wasn't in the building. But yeah, all in all, man, amazing experience, because I look back at it after we left and I was like, I don't know if anything like this could ever even happen again. You're only going to be 50 once, right? Hip hop's only going to be 50 once.
Yeah.
And who knows who the next vice president or even president is going to be of the United States. And even if it is a big celebration for us, who knows if that next vice president or president administration is going to allow a function like this to happen in their during their time in office. So I was just honored to be there. Just walking through there and going through security is like mad. I'm like nervous. I'm like, yo,
nobody in there smoking weed.
No, I don't think so.
Hell no.
Well, technically, I don't know. I don't smoke, but Wouldn't you be able to smoke if you wanted to?
Nah, because that's federal.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. So yeah, maybe not.
But, well, I mean, go ahead.
No. But
they would have found it on you when you walked in the building, though.
Well, they were only searching for metal stuff. You know, it's not like they're searching your pockets for weed. A dog
would have walked you down.
I don't know if you would have gotten in big trouble. Maybe they would have just asked you to go put it away or something like that.
Yeah.
But you just worry about like, yo, is my name gonna be on the list, or am I gonna get turned away at the door?
Was there kids there or no kids?
No, there was no kids there.
All adults.
There was like one dude who came with his daughter. His daughter's like 13 years old. That a friend of Kim's, he was there with his daughter, which was really sweet. But yeah, no, I think she might have been the only child I saw. But man, I was just happy to be there, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was tight. It was tight.
Hell yeah.
Lil Wayne was the last performance and he bodied it too.
What's the podcast episode 223? I don't know if you guys saw this earlier today, but the Mexican government was
they released UFOs,
releasing videos and evidence of aliens.
In what form? What sort of evidence?
They had the alien beings in these boxes and they had been protected for like a decade.
What?
Yeah, you didn't
see it?
You didn't see it? Yeah, it's all over everything.
Is this a real thing? Or
no, it's like a state government thing. It's
what does the alien look like? They look like
the same.
We make up in movies.
Yeah. It looks exactly like what you think they look like.
This can't be real. Why would they look like exactly the way we think they are gonna look?
Because somebody must have seen them before, dog.
No, they look like that since movies in the 70s.
They've been around probably before us. You think people ain't seen them?
You think the person making a movie has seen a UFO? Why would
some of those movies are like saying exactly what's going to happen now? No, it looks like the alien looks like Yoda.
There you go. I just put the link right there,
bro. If
it looks like Yoda,
and that's my concern with dog. I'm looking at the pic. This looks like E.T. and E.T. came out in 1981,
around the exact same time.
So how the fuck?
That they had this.
No. They said found in Peru in 2017 are estimated to be 1,000 years old. One of the bodies had been pregnant.
Cap.
What the fuck?
How do they know if an alien's pregnant?
Yeah, and how did they know from the body? Because it's sticking out.
How long?
Man might have. What if he just ate rice that day? Yeah.
Listen, all we know is this is where we're at in life right now. If the end is near,
I call bluff.
It's gonna be some real aliens in 5 years, though.
They already here.
All right, well then there you go. This is these are just the Mexican ones. You know what I'm saying? These are essays.
The Mexican aliens all have big stomachs.
Yeah, for sure. Like
the back of his head is dumb big.
Shout out to our guy Julian Kimball. He just released a very, very ill interview with Currency. And if you're aware of Julian, his writing
guested on the show. Julian.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
If you have been following his writing chops for the past almost 10 years now, he's pretty much taken care of every significant artist in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like he's contributed to every worthwhile magazine publication as well too.
Yeah,
that's fire. Congratulations, bro.
So just Google Julian Kimball. The Currency story is tremendous. Well worth your time reading it. What's the podcast episode 223? Prayers to the people of Morocco and Libya.
Oh, that's just crazy, man.
Yeah. Sad.
Absolutely crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Bro, you gotta get that little. You gotta have to go get tested tomorrow, bro.
I got the AC on.
They're gonna put that. They're gonna have to get that COVID test. You better
listen
on that whirlwind, trains, planes, and automobiles.
It's back. It's back.
Yeah. Homie had it for the past week.
Who's homie?
My roommate.
My roommate.
They ain't gonna say names.
Oh man!
man,
For the past week,
she and well, you have to quarantine for 5-6 days.
Yeah,
but luckily, not one side effect at all. Not like she sounded like Rome, and she was like, "We got like 1 million tests in the crib. Let me just test
take
it up
one
real quick."
Yeah.
Came back positive.
Oh
wow!
She was like, "You taking a test?" I'm like, "No, I feel good."
Yeah, as long as I don't know, I got.
I don't have
plausible
a runny nose.
deniability.
I don't have a runny nose. I'm not coughing. I don't have a headache. I can taste everything.
Yeah.
No, I literally know it's because I have the AC on. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
I mean, you
but
never know.
But the plausible deniability is so
clutch.
I mean,
it's clutch. It's
clutch. It's also such. It's also
ignorance
such a
is bliss.
If you don't know, you don't know, and if you don't
know,
sick,
you don't know.
And
I also wouldn't come out the house if I was sick though. Like
it's such a man
also,
thing. Also,
you could come out the house as long as you didn't know.
No, I'm saying, but if I was actually ill, coughing, sneezing, I wouldn't come out the house.
I would try my best not to, but it depends on how close we were to the weekend.
I would wear a mask. I would wear a mask if I
wore a mask on the plane.
Because if I got to get this money, I'm gonna wear a mask doing it, and then I'm gonna go back in the house.
Yeah, I wore a mask on my plane to and from Portland. And
how many were you? The only one?
No.
Oh, really?
I was just about to say there was a bunch of other people wearing masks as well. And so I sat down next to this older gentleman, and as soon as he saw I had a mask on, he's like, "Oh, homie, right here probably got something."
Yeah,
so he put his joint on.
Hey, I respect it.
And
you should have took yours off.
That's how we kept it. He kept his on. I kept mine on. And that's how
he
we
could have just done it out of respect too. Like, you got yours
maybe,
on. Let me put mine on.
Maybe.
Put it like this, dog. If you have a mask in your pocket nowadays, you're wearing it. I don't have a mask.
Yeah, I still have a whole box of them in my trunk. So
yeah,
why not?
No, I got a ton. Bella's back to wearing them on the bus to school, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what she said.
Nah,
she's like,
I know because hey, look, I still pick her up from school too, and
real quick.
Like you said, ignorance is bliss. I need to at least think that you've had it on just on the bus.
Do you want her to wear it on the bus?
100%, man. Them kids is terrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, these mornings are gonna start to get colder and just whatever.
Did she ride the DC public, the Metro bus?
Yeah, that's all they got.
On a solo tip.
She got a little homie that goes with her.
No, but you're not with her.
No, I think I've.
That's it.
I think it's over. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm not cool.
To and from.
Yeah, to and from.
She's on the bus.
She's on the bus.
Did you get her phone?
No, she has an Apple Watch.
Okay, that has you can call and all.
Yeah. GPS, got phone number, all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good.
So, no, I dislike it. You know what I'm saying? I would love for her to still need me. Like,
walk and hold hands.
Yeah.
All that. And she just like, yo, meet me at the corner store. I'd be like, man, all right.
Where do you meet her? At Argyle?
At the corner store, right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. You ready?
Yeah, you there. Snacks, all that.
All that. I've already gone inside. I've already gone inside because they don't want the kids in there. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Yeah.
Episode 223, What's a Podcast?
Is it all kids on the school on the Metro bus, or is it adults on there too when she rides it?
It's adults, but like where the bus starts, there's only like one stop in front of it. So they're right there off like I forget which road, Mount Pleasant and whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, when they get on the bus in the morning, the adults is like completely outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? So like, and Bella says the adults just get off. You know, the closer they get to like Connecticut, then they get to Wisconsin, whatever. So
yeah. Do the kids be wilding on the bus? She said or no?
She said sometimes they do. You know what I mean? Sometimes I said as long as you're not wilding, that's all. That's because the minute you start wilding is the minute I start taking you to school every
stop
day.
Riding the bus. Yeah,
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So, September 13th, 1994. Ready to Die was released.
One of the best albums of all time.
I still have one of the original promo posters.
The one of that's the album cover.
Yeah.
I had that one as well.
Still have that hanging in my room in my mother's house. Tremendous.
Wow.
Ready to Die was an amazing album. I don't know if you guys follow Easy Mo B on Instagram.
I do not.
If you look at his Instagram, he's actually been posting the original files in the sessions from the MPC, whichever he was using.
Yeah.
Or the S950 ASR 10, whatever he was using. He's posting and you hear like the difference in the drums, like, oh, this wasn't finished. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. So
that's fire.
Yeah.
What a great album, man. Rest in peace, Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G.
Christopher
Wallace. one of my favorite albums. I will say that in my older years, I've started to appreciate. I think I favor Life After Death more than Ready to Die.
The double album?
Yeah.
Nah. Well, but not me. It's a great albums, but
and for it to be a double album and have so many bangers on it makes it even twice as more impressive.
There's a couple songs that you skip on the double album. Ready to Die, you don't skip, but there's a couple.
Ready to Die is very much he's a stick-up kid. It's very raw. It's very like
hip hop.
I'm still in these streets, gutter. I have not made. You know what I'm saying?
Life After Death,
is luxury. Life After Death is luxury. I mean, even the song
it still has the stick-up kid shit in it too.
But like the joint with him and Jay on Life
Brooklyn's
After
Finest.
No.
Brooklyn's Finest wasn't Ready to Die. Yeah.
No, Brooklyn's Finest was on Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
Brooklyn's Finest on Reasonable Doubt.
No, what I'm saying is, what is it? I Love the Dough. I think was the one with him and Jay. Yeah. That's luxury. That's not stick-up kid. That's like we push the hottest V's real fast. Monopolies, real cat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Life After Death is a better album to me, dog. I hear people say that, make that comparison with Nas and saying It Was Written is better than Illmatic.
Oh, they tripping.
I think so, but
you think It Was Written is better than Illmatic?
No. I said I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. Hold on for a second. If you really look at It Was Written, there's a possibility it holds a very strong case to be better than.
Hold on. Nas may have been a better MC.
Nah, you know what?
But the album is not better.
It Was Written, though. It's fuller. It's lush. It's like he's coming to his own. More polished.
Illmatic with having all the different.
Illmatic is gritty and grimy. Illmatic is like
Illmatic is like Ready to Die.
Premier, like the goats.
Yes. Nobody's knocking that.
Goats weren't polished back then. It was a gritty, grimy sound.
No,
listen.
Goats back
then. There were goats back then, and listen. I will. Illmatic is incredible, but when you fake Thug No Love, you get the slugs. What? Like, come on, bro.
What are you saying, dog?
Come on.
No, listen.
Right? Or my favorite.
Who has that opinion?
My favorite Nas song is on. It Was Written. Taking the Blood is my opinion, top 3 song ever.
That's your favorite Nas? Okay.
Just the Killer in Me / drug dealer MC.
I love it. I love it.
He was talking that shit.
I love it.
Yeah.
So Eddie,
I keep it.
It's just
I'm the best secret. I rock a vest, prestigious. Cuban links.
Jesus.
Yo,
I got no. Yeah.
He was talking that shit.
I got no, you know what I'm saying? I just think, like Eddie said, it's more polished, and I just think that yes, he came into his own as an MC. He was in a different place. You know, he had some money in his pocket. He's working with the track masters, but he was still working with Havoc. He was still working with Dre. Like I never think him and Dre hit it off the way they wanted it to. Like it never really peaked commercially, but I just think that Nas was in I mean, I'm a gun, like the whole, you know what I'm saying?
God,
like
what a concept.
Whereas I feel like Illmatic was exactly what Illmatic. Like that's not even a word. That's just like a feeling. That's just like
it became a word right after that.
But what I'm saying is, when you think Illmatic, you can't pin one song. It's like we started AZ's career. We have Q-tips on the beat. We have Pete Rock, we have Premier, we have all these different songs that make up a feeling of Illmatic.
Yeah.
The feeling of Illmatic is that in 10 songs. You know what I'm saying? But
Illmatic
to me,
really painted a solid picture for what Queensbridge is. So without ever seeing or being to that part of the borough of Queens, you were really able to understand where Nas is from and what Queensbridge is really like.
That's my favorite era in hip hop, man. The Queensbridge era is my favorite.
Yeah, man. Mobb Deep,
CNN,
Nas,
Cormega.
Yeah,
What?
Nah, you're right.
That's my favorite hip hop era, like the Queensbridge era.
Yeah.
For me.
So that's what I'm saying. So like,
Tragedy Gaddafi, like
Tragedy Gaddafi. Jesus
but before he was Tragedy Gaddafi, when he was
Intelligent Hoodlum. Yep.
Arrest the President. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus.
Like, yeah, he had some joints.
Queensbridge era to me is like the best, grittiest era of hip hop.
They had some Arab Nazi blowholes in your Versace. What?
Well, I think they ended up having. I think the thing about Queens was they had a lot of other MCs and groups that didn't necessarily like go crazy nationally, but still made enough of an impact for the hardcore East Coast fan.
Then they had like the Lost Boys who like did crazy internationally.
Fire too.
But not
that Queensbridge era.
I'm not even talking Lost Boys. Like Lost Boys to me are stars. Like Renee is a star. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But like I'm talking like when you start to get, and I don't even know if they're from Queens. But no, they're from Brooklyn. But I was gonna say groups like Cellar Dwellers and like people like that. Like
you get to Brooklyn, it's different.
No, but I'm not even talking about even Queens though. There's other Queens rappers who just had, you know what I'm saying?
Motion. Black Moon.
But so you really can't. It was just a time. But I just think that with the Nas thing, and we can just move this right into the next Nas album, which actually drops on Friday.
Actually, it drops tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, this comes out Thursday, so it'll be the Thursday at midnight.
Yeah.
But
no, tonight at midnight, actually. Today,
Jerome saying when this comes out.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Nas.
Yeah, Nas turns 50, and his last album with Hit Boy is gonna drop. Magic 3. I think it's just an awesome sort of situation that a lot that Nas has just contributed this much and is still at the top of his game. I think we're seeing a lot of this.
I like hearing you say that because you never really like.
I'm so happy to hear. I didn't even want to bring it up just because I didn't want to jinx it.
Ruin it.
I've always given Nas his credit. I'm
not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't respect his craft and give him his credit. You're just not.
You really picked
him
up today, though.
Nas is not. Listen, Nas has to be top 3 of all time.
Okay,
he has to be right. Like.
But there's like 6 or 7 top 3s of all time. That's the problem.
I think you have to just. You can't say he's not modern. You can't say
break hip hop down into like eras because you can't really compare like
to me. But the only era he's not active in is like the Public Enemy, Skinny LL Cool J days. You know what I'm saying?
That was the 80s. He was just way too young.
His first album dropped what 94.
Yes.
But he was actually rhyming. He's probably in the spotlight since 92, 93, maybe even 91.
With the main source
Live at the Barbecue.
When did that come out?
Back to the Grill. Those were all 91.
Okay.
Yeah. 92, something like that. Yeah. Zebra Head, Halftime.
So you figure like he's been in the mix for 30 years.
Easily. Yep.
And no disrespect to the Rakim, all that. You know what I'm saying? All that. But Nas has been present for every real modern facet of hip hop and it's contributed. You know what I mean?
Been relevant longer than anybody else in hip hop.
Like, so you have to that has to catapult him in the top 3 conversation. Right? Yeah. Not just top 3 who's nice or technical or who can make hit, like top 3 joints. You know what I'm saying?
And active.
I listened to that last album driving to Ocean City or wherever I was going to.
Done.
Yeah, that joint was great. I really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed the listen. I listened to it on the way back. Quick album. So yeah,
solid body of work.
2 listens in about 3 hours. You can get in if not more. But like, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely can recognize the period of time when he wasn't so great. You know what I'm saying? Where I personally feel like, okay,
like 2 or 3 albums.
Yeah, that Untitled album was a little weak, and I mean, there was a few that just didn't hit the nail on the head.
Let's just skip over that. Let's keep it positive.
Just skip over that album.
Yeah, happy birthday to Nas. Happy 50th, God.
Anyhow, peace, Nas. Happy birthday. Cop the new album Friday, episode 223, Hidden Dreams. What's the podcast? We have now we just hit an hour mark. It's a beautiful thing. We also need to say, September 13th, and this is just crazy how quickly things happened in the same period we're talking about. September 13th, 1996, Tupac passes away.
Whoa, really?
September 13th, 1994, Ready to Die had dropped.
Yeah.
So within 2 years, it was all out war.
Let
me turn the AC off.
Damn. Rest in peace to Tupac. That happened exactly 2 years after Ready to Die came out. That's crazy. I didn't even know. I didn't even realize that was the same date.
They were babies when they died, man.
Babies, dog.
Like 24, 25.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Big was 24, and
we never even saw the best of Big or Pac.
I know.
That's when you think about it, you talk about all these albums, Ready to Die, Life After Death. We never even saw their best bodies of work. We never saw the best of them. They were just
Tupac was 25. Big had to have been 24, I think.
Yeah, they're babies.
Babies.
We got friends that got kids that old.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, those babies.
Yeah. God damn.
That's crazy.
Man, rest in peace. Did you I don't know if you didn't go to New York last week, right? The new Undefeated store opened up in New York.
Nah. We gotta make a trip up there soon.
We gotta go up there. I if I had not gone to Portland, I was gonna go up to New York and go check out the opening of that store. My man Mark and my man Ben, who run the Vegas and the LA shops, were in New York working, and they were there for the opening. Rome, I know you just came back. We're talking about the Undefeated shop that just opened up in New York.
Who runs the store up there?
I don't know. Probably somebody from New York.
Yeah.
But I missed that. For the opening, I think they dropped some pairs of some Kobe collabs that they've had over the past few years. They've done a lot of Kobe collabs, period. And
I love their Kobe collabs.
Me too. And they dropped a lot of those in New York for the opening, and which is a good thing.
Like all the LA colorway ones.
LA colorways. I think they had a Phoenix colorway. All the spots that they had shops at, LA and Phoenix. The Kobe Protro, that collab is one of my favorite. Then they also have like the I think it might be the championship pack, which was 2 pairs.
Which is the one that came in like a camouflage pair?
That's the Protro.
So dope. Yeah. That's such an awesome shoe too.
Yeah.
I mean, Undefeated, I think, has always occupied an interesting space, sort of in the streetwear, because you kind of I think the two owners are highly respected, right? Like, there was always the belief, it maybe is factual, that the one dude owned part of Supreme. Eddie Cruz owns part of Supreme LA or something like that, or whatever.
Yeah.
And the other guy is just some, like, I don't know, streetwear dude or like legend or whatever the case may be. But like, I don't know if it really
Frank Sinatra or something.
Nah, Frank Sinatra's Stussy.
James Bond.
Yeah, I think he has a cool name.
They both have Frank Sinatra and James Bond.
Yeah, but I just think that Stussy. I mean, Undefeated
Supreme is James Jebbia. That's the other guy, right?
No, Stussy's James Bond.
No, Stussy or Undefeated.
Undefeated is James Bond. Jebbia is New York Supreme.
Right.
Eddie Cruz is Supreme LA.
And Undefeated.
And LA. Yeah, and Undefeated, right. But like, I don't know if you really see Undefeated in the streets like that, though. Like, they make full lines of clothing, like 65-piece, drops, everything you can imagine in 4 or 5 different colors. And you don't see people wearing Undefeated. The coolest thing about Undefeated in LA is the gym downtown.
I feel like people wear that shit though.
I think maybe with their connection with Stussy, if you recall, Undefeated took that same route that Stussy took maybe 7-8 years ago, where Undefeated clothing was also at DTLR and some other like Journeys and places like that, just like Stussy was. And then they scaled it all back and redid all this stuff. And I'm starting to see Undefeated clothing now on the streets more than I ever have in the last 10, 12 years. And that is not a lot.
It's not a lot, bro.
It's not a lot.
If you look at their website, they literally have
way too much shit.
Way too much stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like they have like a following too. I'm sure there's kids that wear Undefeated.
I mean, Undefeated is they're the godfathers of this sneaker boutique shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ever since the beginning. They were one of the first spots. I don't even remember when they opened up, like 2000, 2001 or something like that. And when they opened up, man, everything fucking changed.
Yeah.
But like, you really don't see cats wearing like Undefeated coaches jackets.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
back in the day, you had that shit on. That's how you identified, yo,
you knew he was
right
in
there,
the sneakers.
he's one of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Undefeated, no. Okay, yes and no. Because they only had 3 or 4 t-shirts, and I know exactly which t-shirts, and you know exactly which t-shirts I'm talking about, that people went crazy for. Right? Like when they had the Jordan with the skull and bones, maybe the joint with the medals around the neck. Like there were some dope Undefeated designs, but like I don't think that they are who they think they are. And that's okay. That's perfectly
they've
fine.
been around. They withstood the test of time.
Yeah, but I don't see it, bro.
They also ran into some financial troubles and pretty much got bailed out by homie from pickyourshoes.com, who's now he's the biggest hustler in the history of sneakers. If you really think about it from like a really from that point of view, like my man owned a website that was selling sneakers that came straight off of a distributor's warehouse. They never came from the brand. He parlayed that into opening up.
And they were real shoes?
Pick Your Shoes? Yeah.
If you're not getting them from the brand, they're getting from the factory. You
were getting it. So at that time, the way I understand it,
what's the difference between getting shoes from the factory in China now that we call like fakes?
I'll tell you the difference is where he was getting it was at that time, the way Nike had their logistics set up around the world was they had distribution centers in different corners of the world to distribute to their retail partners instead of everything coming, for example, from Memphis today. Like everything in America to every retail partner of Nike's today comes out of Nike's logistics and warehousing solution in Memphis, Tennessee, right?
That's if they make it out the warehouse.
Correct. But before there was a Memphis, they had partners and distribution centers that were third-party centers that were doing all of Nike's distribution for them.
Yeah, plug there.
Pick Your Shoes was getting sneakers from wherever one of them motherfuckers was, or multiple distribution centers.
Wow.
Right? So they were getting shit, everything from Jordans to Tier Zeros and to even some Hyperstrike and Friends and Family releases.
Wow.
Right?
And that's it's not illegal, right?
Well, it's illegal.
Not on his end.
Not on his end. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're in possession of stolen property, it is illegal if you want to go that far.
I mean, define stolen, you know?
Yeah. And also, how can you prove where he got it from unless you find some evidence in his
It's not like nowadays would have RFIDs in the boxes and shit where they know where they're coming from.
Right. But my man used to have full size runs of every SB Dunk to every Fragment Air Force One that's out to HTM Air Force. Like, fam, my man was doing it. Sabotage Friends and Family SB Dunks. I got them from him. He parlayed that into opening.
How much you pay for those?
I don't even remember.
Like not retail.
250,
like double
275.
Nothing.
I don't know. I mean,
nothing.
It was a lot back then, but
no, but I mean double. That's nothing.
Yeah, so nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how much does Sabotage SBs go for now?
I have
5
no
bands?
idea. I've not checked. No, can't be.
I don't know.
Not 5 bands. But he parlayed that into opening up a toy company, which later became a sneaker store called Bait. Have you all heard of Bait?
Yep.
Yep.
Bait is
Yeah.
up in like Northwest America. I think they were based in pretty much West Coast for the most part, right? I've been to the shop they had in Seattle. They have one now in Portland and California and all these places. And now is one of the main owners and CEO of Undefeated.
Wow.
Eric Chang or Eric Fang, I think is his name, something like that. Yeah, so shout out to him and shout out to Undefeated, man. So congratulations on opening up a new spot. I'm gonna check it out next time in New York. Did you see one of the employees had on a pair of their upcoming Terra Humeras, all black with a white check? Them shits look hard.
Kind of dope.
I like it. Nice,
Kinda
clean
dope.
colorway. I think
I
they're
always
coming
love
out.
the Terra Mars.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I used to have so many colors of those.
I used to
back when
have
they
the
first came out.
olive with the orange check. Remember
Fire.
that?
I had like 3
1998.
pairs of those.
Yeah.
That's back when you could go back to the store and buy another pair.
Yep. I still have I'm looking at the Meta collab of those too.
Those are
The Terra
fire, too.
Humeras
Fire.
with the lime green. Yeah.
Fire.
2007, I think. Yeah, man. So shout out to Undefeated, of course. Shout out to
Undefeated, make us some t-shirts.
make us some t-shirts. Undefeated, let's do a collab. We're big enough where Undefeated can do a collaboration with What's a Podcast. Come on.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Talk to the gods, man. It's going down.
We're popping out here, son.
Listen, I'm being very honest with y'all. I think Paris 2024 is gonna happen. I see it.
I'm with it.
I really
Let's
think it's
do it.
gonna happen. I really think it is.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
What's the podcast episode 223? I just also secured. Speaking of Steve, I just also secured some new Mac and Rose.
The Mac Attacks?
Mac Attacks.
Yeah.
What color did you get?
Social Status?
Social Status.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the green check or the orange?
I think he just said how many. He said, "What size you wear?" He said, "I got some." He said, "I have some for you."
There we go. I like
Green
it.
is orange under the green or no?
No. Orange is under the gray, which was the first one.
Okay.
And
Green
the
is just
green
green.
one is, I don't know what's under green. I think there's something under the green, but
Yeah.
it's a different pair.
Yo, Mac Attack's comfortable, yo.
Mad comfortable.
So comfortable.
Yeah.
So we're gonna win. We're gonna do all right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a fan.
I think at this point we're gonna say, "What is Abdul watching?"
Man, a lot of shows on television. I went through the new season of Top Boy on Netflix. 6 episodes. I was hoping it would be a little bit longer, but it wasn't.
How was
It's all
it?
good. Huh?
Good?
Yeah, it was cool. It was kind of predictable leading up to it because you knew it was the last season, and I don't know if it's too
This
soon.
is the
to
last
really-
season ever?
Yeah, I think so. It was the finale. But everything that you think is going to happen happens. I'll just leave it at that. I'm watching this other show on Hulu called Murder on the First with Tay Diggs and a whole bunch of familiar faces. He's a police homicide detective in San Francisco, and they're the whole season is based on one story where somebody got murdered and they're suspecting a billionaire tech guy of doing it, and so every episode is something new comes up behind the mystery behind who killed these 2 people. Yeah, it's interesting actually. The acting is good, the writing is good, a lot of familiar big name actors that I might not necessarily know their names, but you definitely know their faces. They're all on that show. So I'm in the middle of watching that. I'm on episode 6. New seasons that have started. Billions, of course, is on Showtime. I'm waiting for that to finish up so I can watch that. Winning Time on also on Showtime. Is that on Showtime? That's
Winning Time looks amazing.
Is that on HBO Max?
HBO.
That's on Max. Yeah, HBO. I'm waiting for that to finish up as well. Morning Show on Apple Plus. A new season just started, so I'm gonna wait for that to finish as well, so I can binge watch it. Another show I talked about the first season on this podcast. Welcome to Wrexham FC, which is a documentary based on the two actors that bought a football club in England called Wrexham FC, which was on the bottom of all the English football leagues in the UK. And they bought a team, and Ryan Reynolds and my other man from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They're the two guys that bought the team, and they kind of started from a clean slate and got a whole bunch of new players and new facilities and new management and new coaches, and and pretty much try to move through all the different leagues. So every time you end up in the top 2 of your league, you get promoted to the league above yours. So it's season 2 just started, and I'm gonna let that finish as well, man. I don't like waiting for a new episode every week, but if you have the patience, go check out all of these shows I just mentioned, and we'll go from there.
Word.
Yeah.
We talked about tunes pretty efficiently. I'm not mad at our music conversation.
Yeah.
Again, I hit Boy Nas on the 14th.
Thursday. Yeah.
No.
Friday.
15th. I'm sorry, 15th.
You sure? I think Nas said it's coming out on the 14th on his birthday.
But he was like, it comes out on the 14th at 9 p.m., which is like midnight here
9
on the East Coast.
I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
Got you.
Word.
I've heard the Olivia Rodrigo album is Olivia Rodrigo. Is that her name? I don't know, but I heard that's
an artist, right?
She's a woman. I heard the album's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Kids listen to her.
Incredible. The MTV VMAs were last night. I don't even want to talk about that, man. It was just like, I guess NSYNC is back and going on tour. Just a whole lot of randomness when it comes to the music industry these days. So,
also, if you are in DC next week, it's Congressional Black Caucus week next week, and my wife is doing a creator house. Just go to Take Creative Control on Instagram and check out some of the events they have. A lot of stuff for creatives, and to talk about. A lot of people come in and talk. Joe Freshgoods is going to be here giving a talk with Soho House at the Creator House, and it's going to be interesting. I mean, Joe has a great story, and I don't know if you saw his latest collab that came out, his New Balance 650s, and
it's like a whole Michael Jordan thing about it, right?
Yeah, the story behind it was something I actually did not know anything about, I mean, he's very careful about how he words it, because they're very careful to not say Michael Jordan's name in it. But apparently there was a photo shoot that Mike did for Life magazine in 1984, where he is sort of doing the same move as the Jumpman logo. But he was wearing white New Balances.
That's what he's supposed to go with first, right?
No, he was supposed to go with Adidas.
Oh, Adidas, that's right.
But New Balance, for some reason, that day he happened to have on a pair of New Balance basketball sneakers. It was the photo was taken in Chapel Hill, and the photographer who took that photo actually ended up suing Jordan brand because of the likeness to what the Jumpman logo is today.
Wow.
And he ended up losing. But Joe Freshgoods actually's campaign that he just had behind this new 650 basketball shoe that he came out with was sort of like the what if campaign, and which is really, really interesting, man, because he brought out the whole story about Life magazine 1984 that I knew nothing about. I did never have thought Mike even wore New Balances, but it was almost as if like, yo, what if Mike had signed with
New Balance
instead of Jordan, and where would we be today? So everything is sort of reimagined through his eyes. 500 pairs, they all dropped somewhere in Chicago at a store. Of course, they flew out and every pair was numbered and they sold out immediately. I didn't get a pair. I'm a little bit bummed. I should ask him if he can bring me a size 9.
And art project by Joe Freshkins. I mean, that's cool.
Listen, I mean, whether or not you fuck with New Balance basketball shoes, I was really impressed by the campaign behind it and the storytelling behind it, because it was something I didn't know anything about. So listen, we're learning. Everything about us is all about learning. We got shitted on YouTube by editor 389, and we're here to learn.
There it is.
Listen, I'm gonna have that write up done in the next 30 minutes. I'll make sure that it gets to Silent Tom. We'll be good to go. Yeah. Shout out to my man, always available, #Shooter Eddie. Shout out to my guy, Don't Charge Abdul.
Man, another amazing episode.
For sure.
I already know it.
Make sure you rate, subscribe, and comment on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Yeah, follow on YouTube. We're like at 12,500 followers. Already.
Subscribe to the Patreon as well. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get some.
And we'll see you guys at we might pull up at Complex Con. You never know.
There we're
go. Gonna see what's good. We'll get it popping.
But before that, we're gonna pull up to Creator House next week.
Yes, that's there. We'll live. Oh, we have a live show coming soon too. Oh yes.
Shit!
What's the podcast live show coming Wednesday, October 4th?
Don't give them too much.
Okay. Okay.
That's enough. Don't give them too
there.
much.
So, yeah.
Tickets are already selling. We're already gonna sell out. I already know it.
Tickets are selling.
To the Patreon.
Man, we're out. Peace.